So tell me about yourself. What do you do?
Uh, Currently nothing, but in general, like I do filmmaking, and yeah,
So why are you not doing anything?
I don't know. Like the situation in Beirut is not good, and I needed to get away from the city and the city life and stuff like that. So I decided to come home.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on in Lebanon.
A little bit. I can't like summarize what's happening in Lebanon. A shit
That's
ton of things are happening in Lebanon. Last year there was the explosion, and then the protests that started 2 years ago, and the crisis, and like the fuel crisis and whatnot. Like a bunch of things. It seems like we're an island, but we're not on an island because down south there's Israel, and there's no crossing, and to the east and to the north there's Syria, which is also in crisis, so there's no way out. And then to the west there's the sea. All we can do is like either jump in the water or like stay stuck in the.
What's something you've always dreamt of doing?
Well, to be honest, one thing that is on top, always be on top of the bucket of my bucket list is to do the Mississippi Blues Trail from Memphis to New Orleans, passing by Baton Rouge, passing by Jackson, passing by Carlton, by Grenada, by shit, man, and just
Why does the blues resonate with you?
And I feel like everywhere in the Middle East, maybe not nationally, but more socially, uh, we're going back to the blues. We're going back to that very simple, haunting, kind of wailing sound of the blues. We're going back to it, and we're comforting ourselves in it. I think in a sense it's like it already happened, so there's hope for it to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's how I got introduced to blues. And I think most of my friends got introduced to blues in the same manner, especially that we always used to hang out together and play music. And I mean, the situation was never really fine in Lebanon. So, like, if we want to sing, we want to sing the blues because, I mean, let's face it, we have it as well. We're having the blues constantly. And it's just like there's no way out of the blues. I'm waiting for my woman to come. Take it away.
Like we aren't ourselves in Lebanon because we're just subconsciously carrying all of these anxieties and traumas and stresses that are really just the basic human needs, like the basic things that people need on a daily basis: water, gas, food, electricity. And we're so preoccupied with those things and with everything that's going on over there that there's just no more space for us to excel or thrive or be creative or be ourselves, really just be our best selves. You're just constantly struggling to exist, let alone exist on your highest plane of consciousness, you know?
If you can think of 10 to 15 friends, how many are leaving?
Probably like honestly like 12 out of 15 of my close friends, right? Yeah. Everyone's leaving except for like one or two people.
Do you feel hopeful about Lebanon? You know, with everybody leaving right now.
hard because if you want to build up your country again, you need the new generation. There's no way other than that. You need these generations to build up. We have the human resource. We only have the brain power to acknowledge and to be faithful in for the future. But the diaspora, the Lebanese diaspora abroad, they're gonna play a big role. None of the people that left just left and never came back. They all have something here. And that's something they can't explain, being Lebanese. You just have something here, you're gonna come back at the end. So if you build something, like if we organize politically against these sectarian parties, the people that are living abroad, they're gonna come but with a motive that there is a potential and there is an alternative. And this alternative is a strong civic state, which is not based on leaders, but on a program and on a vision. So yeah, there is a very big potential that these people that are leaving, which is normal, like if you can't sustain living here, you're gonna go try to have education for your family, your kids, health, whatever. But the term is, I always stress on it, you should be politically organized.
As great a time as we had in the summer, because we had a beautiful time. It was so ephemeral, and it was so, like, I was so aware the whole time of how ephemeral it was, because I could always feel like everything we wanted to do and everything we wanted to feel was hijacked. You know, like we couldn't fall in love. Like we were all together day and night, but we couldn't fall in love because if anyone fell in love with anyone, you know you were going to have your heart broken, but you didn't know when, because one of us is going to leave. Somebody's going to leave. We always are waiting on this heartbreak. Like even love is hijacked from us that summer. Like it was so, that was just such a tragic thing I felt while I was leaving, that we were robbed of experiencing anything fully because we were going to be hurt by it. Anything we experienced was going to hurt us. It was going to be taken away, and we knew that. The fact that it was a given that it was going to be taken away, just I think that's the greatest tragedy of it all.
What would you tell somebody that's leaving right now?
I would tell them to go, blossom outside of Lebanon and bring whatever they bring to the other country back to Lebanon in a few years, and like keep talking about what's happening here and how unfair life is here, and like not to forget home. Don't forget home.
School that was ran by the French in Lebanon that my mother worked in, we only learned French history. Only. I don't know shit about here. The first time that I read Arabic in my life with my own will is when I left Lebanon, man. And this is like when I talk to other people from Arab countries, especially outside, I don't know where I belong. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I just don't know.
Just ultimately, we should have been Lebanon. It's not going anywhere. It'll always be there. Do your thing, get your shit together, come back home, have a good time.
I'm not going
كل الوقت هيك.
anywhere. No, I'm not going anywhere. You can bury me in the ground or spread my ashes. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. my